Hey guys, we're talking a sensitive subject matter today.
Blue commentary, Burgundy commentary, comment blue commentary, comment Burgundy blue commentary, Burgundy commentary, commentary.
Hey guys, I hope all is well with you and yours. Welcome to Burgundy Blue Commentary. So you guys, I was scrolling the internet and I noticed that Big Freedia had canceled her birthday extravaganza and also mentioned that her family was grieving. So I went to the comments to ask what had happened, and they mentioned something about her cousin Cardell Hayes. So I didn't know if you knew about this story. I did not. I think it was on the news down in New Orleans, but it didn't get national until today. So, you guys, ESPN reported that Cardell Hayes was found guilty in 2016 killing of ex-Saints defense end Smith. So it says the man who shot and killed former New Orleans Saints defensive end Will Smith following a traffic crash almost 8 years ago was found guilty of manslaughter Saturday morning. Cardell Hayes could face up to 40 years in prison following the jury's decision in the retrial of the 2016 case. Hayes was acquitted of attempted manslaughter for the shooting that injured Smith's wife, Raquel, in the same altercation after the jury deliberated for more than 4 hours. A defense lawyer had insisted that Hayes rightfully feared for his life when he shot Smith, while the city's top prosecutor insisted that Hayes fired needlessly. So the quote was, "One gun was fired by one man," an animated district attorney Jason Williams said during closing arguments, holding in the air the evidence-bagged handgun that Hayes had fired, hitting Will Smith 8 times, 7 in the back, and hitting Raquel Smith in the legs. Hayes had been convicted in December of 2016 of manslaughter in Smith's death and attempted manslaughter for the gunshot wounding of Raquel Smith, but the jury vote was 10-2, and the conviction was tossed after the Supreme Court outlawed non-unanimous verdicts. Hayes was released on bond after having served more than 4 years of a 25-year sentence handed down by the same judge who will determine his sentence again. His retrial was delayed for various reasons, including court closures during the COVID-19 pandemic. Prosecutors rested their case against Hayes on Friday, and the defense chose not to call witnesses after that. Okay, so Assistant District Attorney Matt said during closing arguments, conceded that Smith was drunk at the time Hayes ran into the rear of his car before the shooting, and that a loud argument ensued. He also acknowledged that a gun was in Smith's car, but there were no testimony or evidence indicating he retrieved it. Defense attorney John Fuller insisted prosecutors had not proved that Hayes didn't act in self-defense. Fuller pointed to a recording of a 911 call made soon after the shooting, in which Hayes can be heard in the background saying Smith had stated he intended to get a gun from his car. Hayes, 36, insisted at his 2016 trial that he had shot Smith in self-defense during the April 2016 confrontation. Fuller sought to refute prosecutors' claims that Raquel Smith had calmed her husband down by the time Hayes opened fire. Quote, "You don't say calm down, it's not worth it. If you don't have to say calm down, it's not worth it," he said, referring to prosecution testimony about Raquel's efforts to defuse the arguments. Evidence showed Will Smith was intoxicated at the time of the confrontation, but there was no witnesses or forensic evidence to back up Hayes' claim that Smith had wielded or fired a weapon. Smith, a 34-year-old father of 3, was a defensive leader on the Saints team that lifted spirits in New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina devastated the city in 2005. He helped carry the team to a winning season in 2006 and a Super Bowl victory in 2010. "Each time we stepped into this courthouse, we were forced to relive the worst moments of our lives." That's a quote by Raquel Smith and her family. "As hard as it was to sit and listen to autopsy reports and untruths about the night Will was killed and I was shot, we came each day brave and strong because we were fighting for Will. I can look at my children in the eyes and tell them I gave everything in pursuit of justice on behalf of Will. Hayes, who owned a tow truck business, once played semi-pro football. He has one son. Okay, guys, so there you have it. We know Big Freedia is a sensation in her own right. Prayers to both these families. Have you heard about this story? I knew nothing about it. So this is quite tragic. You know, anytime it's something like this, where someone loses their life and the other person goes away forever, or be it that as may, it's like no win in this situation. So you guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. I knew nothing about this story, so this was my first time hearing it. Big Freedia mentioning her family is grieving. What do you think about that? And as always, take care of yourself and each other. Bye.